There's YouTube. What's up, YouTubers? Now LinkedIn and YouTube. Powers combined. We're back. Business scenarios, solutions solved every single day. Okay, so you guys know what the topic is. You see it there. You don't mix. In business, when you're discussing business, you don't mix religion. You don't mix politics. It just ends up in a real soggy situation. So before we even elaborate there and really just drop that golden nugget when it comes to business, and like anything else, some of this you guys already probably know, and some of it you're like, hey, you know what? Great discussion, Justin. I like that. You know what? Good job for covering that. Anyway, like, subscribe, follow, so we can get right into it, and I can discuss my short version of that without getting to a point where I get kicked off social media because I mentioned those two topics, and I'm not even going to do anything crazy when it comes to that, because that's not the right thing to do. It's just not what I'm going to do. All right, so here it is. Check it out. So we've seen it. All right. The world has many different respected religions, okay? And everyone has their choice. And then at the same time, there are many different, look at that, phone rings right when I'm in the middle. And then there's other policies, if you will, political governments that exist. I'm not saying that those two are equivalent. I'm saying two different batches of conversations here, right? And just putting it all together, kind of a summarized format, if you will. Both discussions end up in emotional situations, right? And in business, those two need to remain out of the conversation, okay? You don't get into business and start bringing in your personal thoughts when it comes to politics and what your opinions are in whichever government system that you favor and so forth, right? It just doesn't work well, all right? It's oil and water. Right? It just doesn't blend. It just continues to bubble and separate and create more issues, right? Same thing with religion. Keep it out of business. Now, in some business platforms, it is their entire business model is based off of their religion. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with either point, but you're more likely to have less resistance when it comes to workflow and progression in business if you keep those types of conversations out, because you don't know if you're going to offend someone. You don't know if you're going to cross the line and it ends up in some sort of debate, or some people take it to the point where they get physical, right? And they're going to take you out. They're like, you know, we can't have people that think like you out there. And that's just the way they think, right? So you don't want to have those types of problems out there when it comes to solving problems, discussions, debates with business. It just goes south and it goes there real fast, right? That's the topic. How simple is that? Drucker, he talks about, he calls it the conscience of society. And honestly, in talking about that, I summarized that entire conversation with that portion of the Daily Drucker, 366 pages of daily business knowledge, by the way, in the link description below, right? Just throwing that out there in case you want to go to Amazon and go shopping real quick. All right. So anyway, that's the conversation. That's all it is. It's just keeping it simple, being smart, being business minded, and taking into account that you don't want to cross the line. You want to do good business, right? That's all it is. See you guys next time. Take it easy.